Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to discuss 5 ideas I have for themed reading vlogs that I may or may not make. So, as you probably know, if you watch my videos regularly, every month I choose my books by playing a Scrabble TBR game. I like making those videos. One problem, however, is if I have an idea for a secret TBR, it makes it kind of difficult to get those books onto a TBR. So I have all these ideas for themed vlogs, but quite often they don't end up actually happening. My hopes with this video is I can tell you some of the ideas and you can tell me if you think they're a good idea or not. Heck, maybe I can even put a poll on my community tab. And after you watch this video, you can go vote in the poll for your favorite idea. And whichever one gets the most votes, I will commit to making in the next, let's say, 3 or 4 months. Yeah, I just came up with that right now, but we're doing it. So watch this video and then go vote in the poll. Some of these reading vlog ideas I have referenced in the past in my videos. Others I have never shared with anyone until now. So let's just dive in with idea number 1. Number 1 on this list, I guess I'll start off with one I have mentioned before. I have this idea to make a reading vlog where I read Agatha Christie's contemporaries. Agatha Christie is one of my favorite authors. I love reading her books, but I haven't read many other authors from the so-called golden age of mysteries. I learned that there were several other female mystery writers in this period who, alongside with Agatha Christie, were referred to as the Queens of Crime. These were Dorothy L. Sayers, Nigo Marsh, and Marjorie Allingham. So I thought I could make a vlog where I read a book by those 3 other authors to see if I really connect with any of them as well. I even bought 2 of the books I was planning to read for this video. I think they're up there, but I have the first Lord Peter Wimsey mystery by Dorothy L. Sayers. Then I bought A Man Lay Dead, which I think was by Nigo Marsh, and I just need to get a copy of one of Marjorie Allingham's mysteries. Unfortunately, my library doesn't have books by any of these 3 women, so purchases were required for this idea. I really should make this vlog because I already spent money on it. I think the thing is, when I mentioned this idea before, nobody really seemed to think it was a good idea except for me. So, I don't know. I guess at some point it's going to happen since I already bought these books. But let me know. Do you like the idea? Do I need to tweak it a little bit? Would like to hear your thoughts. I guess for number 2, I'll talk about another idea that should be familiar to you. Several months ago, I filmed a vlog where I read books that Goodreads recommended to me. You know, when you're on Goodreads, they have that little bar on the side where it says, because you read this, we think you might like this, or based on your to-read shelf, here are some recommendations. I filmed a vlog where I read 3 books that Goodreads recommended to me just like that. I had a lot of fun filming that video, and since I spent several months constantly checking that sidebar on Goodreads to see what it was going to recommend me today, I have several other screenshots of books that kind of sounded interesting that Goodreads recommended to me. I was thinking maybe I would make another one of these vlogs since there are some interesting recommendations I didn't use in the first one, but I don't know. Will people be interested in that? You know, what books am I going to pick? I'm not really sure. I think I'll probably do this vlog at some point, but I don't know exactly when. Now, number 3, we are getting into the ideas that I have never ever shared with any of you ever before. I don't think I have talked these ideas out with another human soul. So breaking news right here. Another idea that I've had for a vlog. I've had this idea for like at least 2 years now. I want to make a vlog, which I was planning on titling Reading Like a Jane Austen Character. I was thinking this might be a fun thing to do for Jane Austen July one year. Basically, the concept for this vlog is that I would read 3 books that have been mentioned in Jane Austen's novels. For example, one of the Gothic novels that Catherine Morland from Northanger Abbey loves so much. Maybe the poetry of Lord Byron, or hell, even Fordyce's Sermons, which is the didactic, patronizing book of sermons that Mr. Collins reads in Pride and Prejudice. That one would just be because I think it could be funny, not because I actually think I would enjoy it. But I thought this would be a really fun idea for the vlog to read books that Jane Austen's characters have read and see what they're like. This is an idea I've had for quite some time, and I think it could be really fun. I think the problem is I would have to read a lot of classic literature, and while I do like classic literature, I usually do not read multiple works of classic literature in 1 month, and I think that's intimidating me a little bit. But if you all love this idea, that might give me the kick in the pants I need to make it a reality. Now, my next idea, I think the reason I have not actually made this vlog is 1, the logistics of it, 2, I'm not sure what I could title this vlog that would actually get it clicks, you know, because you gotta have a good snappy title for your video if you want people to actually watch it. But my original idea was, I thought, what if I went to the library and asked librarians to recommend me books, and then I read the books they recommended to me? A great idea. I love the library. I go there multiple times every month. Support your local library, kids. Now, my problem was, 1, I do not want to take a lot of vlog footage in the library. I think it's disrespectful to the people who are there for quiet and privacy, and also, like, I do not want to put a camera in a librarian's face. I do not want to put them on the spot like that. And it would also personally make me really uncomfortable. To be honest, I think going up to a librarian and asking them to recommend me a book would make me uncomfortable because I have social anxiety. So that kind of interaction kind of terrifies me. So while I think this is a good idea in theory, I don't know if logistically it would really work out. So I dismissed that and I thought, well, what if I just go to the library, don't ask the librarians for recommendations, but just like scan the shelves and pick up some books that I've never heard of before, that I've never seen reviewed on BookTube, but that personally to me sound interesting. 3 random books, never heard of them, don't even look them up on Goodreads, just go in blind and read these books for the vlog. I think that idea could work better because then there's not necessarily that filming problem. You know, if nobody's around, I can just take some video of me browsing the stacks, show you the books that I'm picking out. It's less disruptive, but I don't know if this is something people would actually want to watch. What would I title this video? Reading 3 books I've never heard of? Like, that's not a very good title. My original idea for the librarian vlog was just going to be letting librarians choose my books, or letting the library choose my books, let the library choose my TBR, something like that. And I don't know if that title would work for the new concept because it sounds a bit misleading. So I think there's potential in this idea. The marketability is just the issue. So if you think this sounds like a good idea, you have suggestions for how I can pitch this, do let me know. I think there could be a kernel of a good idea in there. I'm just not really sure if it would work in practice. And lastly, my 5th idea for a reading vlog. Reading books my subscribers have recommended to me. Many of you have recommended me books in the comment section of videos, and some of them sound really intriguing. I have screenshotted several comments with book recommendations from my commenters. Some of them I've been sitting on for probably pushing a year and a half, 2 years at this point. And I think this is a really fun idea. I would love to read your book recommendations. Here is my problem. One, some of the books you guys have recommended to me, my library does not have, which means I would have to go buy them. And generally speaking, I like to get books from the library if I can, because books are expensive. And if I'm going to buy a book, I want it to be something that is, well, either really cheap or that I think I might read again someday. So I would have to see where these books are available. Could I get them on thrift books? Would they be like, $5? How much money would I have to spend on this vlog? That's my first concern. Secondly, I wanted the books that I'm reading for this vlog to be books that weren't already on my TBR, because if it's something that I was already planning on reading anyway, is it really like a subscriber recommendation? Yeah, you did recommend it to me, but like I was gonna read it anyway with or without you. So I kind of felt like if I was going to do this video, it would have to be 3 books that I was not already planning on reading. And I also wanted the 3 books I chose to be from 3 different commenters / subscribers. And really, I can't find 3 recommendations that fit all of this criteria. Maybe you'll all go to the comment section and recommend me some books now that you know they have the potential to be in a vlog. But that was basically my problem, is like, I had multiple recommendations from the same people that could work, but I wanted to feature other commenters or subscribers. But the problem was the other commenters and subscribers were recommending me things that were already on my radar, so I didn't really want to use those. And just logistically, I was having issues with this vlog. I love the idea though. I honestly still love the idea. I think it would be so fun, and I would love to read books that you all recommended to me. I would absolutely love that, and I hope you guys would love that too, to see me read these books that you want me to read. I just need to get some more book recommendations to make this happen, and I need to be able to find some of the books at a good price. I can submit a request form to my library, but I've already requested some books in the past, and the library hasn't gotten a copy of any of them yet. So if I go that route, it might take a really long time for them to get the books, or they might never get them, to be honest. So I think I really would need to make some purchases for this vlog. So those are my 5 ideas for themed reading vlogs I may or may not make. I will post a poll on my community tab where you can go vote for which one of these ideas is your favorite. I kind of suspect that the subscribers one is going to win. I feel like that's the one you all will like the best, though I think the Jane Austen one might get a decent number of votes too. I'm not really sure. But listen, if you are going to vote for the subscriber one, can you please go to this comment section and get me a recommendation? The more obscure, the better, honestly. Get me something that is not popular on BookTube. If you can recommend me a great book that I've never heard of before, you will be my new favorite person on the internet. And I mean that. So go vote in that poll. I look forward to seeing the results, and whatever vlog idea wins, I will make in the next 2, 3, 4-ish months, depending on what the idea is. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. My social media links are down below if you want to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day. Bye, and I'll see you next time.